I'm Natural Dory. Welcome to the video. Hope everyone is starting out with a good week so far. Happy New Year. I know it's been a fast New Year for me so far. Thanks for tuning in. I just wanted to come on here and give a little Dory 101. I'm Natural Dory. Thanks for tuning in, and just wanted to come on here and talk about something that I feel like is rarely discussed nowadays, and I wanted to give you guys a little something to think about. So today's topic is going to be appreciation. I'm going to give some suggestions on how you can show appreciation, how you can ask for appreciation, and just kind of give a little rundown on what it's all about, and how you can work on it and stuff like that. And some of you probably thinking that I talk to so and so on a pretty regular basis. They know I appreciate them. Well, I mean, yeah, that may be true, but I mean, if you don't have actions, then you're really not going to. I mean, it's really nice. It's really nice for them to hear, as well as back up your actions. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is how you can really show appreciation, and the first thing is really the most simple thing. It's really basic and it's really easy to do, but it's really proven shown effective. And it's all you can do. All you really should do. I'm sorry, is I appreciate you. And for those of you that work in banks, food service, retail, every single time you're done with a transaction, every single time someone is done eating their food, every time you're done with the interaction with the customer, thanks for shopping with us. Thank you for your business. Appreciate you. Thank you. You have a great evening. Appreciate you. And most people will value that, and most people will continue to do business, and most people will continue, because that is rarely said anymore, and I personally find that very sad. So the next thing that I'm going to talk about is how to ask for appreciation. That one is a little bit more tricky. If you are in a healthy relationship, the first thing that you need to do is not only say, that you appreciate someone on a regular basis, but to back it up with action. And the first thing that you do is, regardless of what kind of relationship it is, family, friends, situationship, regardless of what you are in. Hi, Kellen. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for making it. So regardless of what kind of relationship it may be, it's a two-way street. It really is, and that goes for all sorts of relationships, regardless of whether it is romantic or platonic, or whether it be other. So next time you guys are out on date night, pick up the tip, split the bill. If you're always doing what that other partner suggested, maybe you can go ahead and say, hey, I saw this really great trailer on this movie. Maybe we can go try, see this. Or, something about, maybe something about, oh, thank you, Callan. Maybe something about, you did the chores last week, when I was sick all week. So you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do the dishes for this whole week. It could be something simple as that. And if you are in a healthy relationship, it is guaranteed that they will respond in a positive way. So that's a little trick to kind of getting that person to respond. They may not respond with the way exact you want to, but I mean it kind of works in I don't know the words I want to use it for, but they will respond in a positive way, and they will notice what you're doing, and they will respond, and they will react to it. If you are not in a healthy relationship, they will continue to use you, and they will continue, but that's a whole nother subject for a whole nother live. So another thing that I kind of wanted to touch base on is, while we're talking about appreciation, and some of the things I kind of gone over, Callan, I just want to kind of go over briefly what I was talking about is how you can show appreciation to your loved ones, and it doesn't even have to be a romantic partner. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be and just anybody that you're dealing with. Or pen pal, or anybody in your life, and the single most basic thing that is shown to be proven, and I myself actually have actually been working on it, and I get a lot of positive reaction, is the very first and foremost thing you can say is, I appreciate you. And that's all that needs to be said, outside of actions. But I mean, we all have our word, but words mean nothing without action. So whenever you say, I appreciate you, you got to back it up with action. And it could be a simple thing, okay, you did the chores all last week, let me do the chores this week. Or, you took me out to dinner last week, let me, pay for the popcorn in the movie this week. Or, I'm always suggesting places to go for dates. Why don't you go ahead and suggest something, and then I'll go ahead and pay for it. There's thousands and millions of ways to show that you are grateful and appreciative of of whoever's in your life, and for many, many different reasons. So I am encouraging everybody to go out and utilize those words and utilize those actions, because face it, we all need more positivity in our life, because there's so much negative stuff going around, and we all need more happiness going around. And even if it's just a little bit, even if it's just a smile, even if it's just a little, and for those working in the food industry, banks, so on and so forth, just say appreciate you, and that's really all it takes, if you are working for somebody. So anyways, another thing that I wanted to talk about was a final question that I had. Now that I've covered some things, one of the questions that I had for everybody was, are you feeling appreciated? Are you feeling appreciated? And are you giving, are you showing appreciation to those, sorry, excuse me, are you showing appreciation to those that are in life? Are you backing up those words with actions? And if you have no words, which is okay, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. If you have no words, are you using actions? Because sometimes if you have no words, actions are the only thing that you need, and that's okay, because everybody's situation is different. So, some things to think about, really, um, some things to really consider, because like I said, face it, we all need more positivity in this world, because there's a lot of things going on in the political world. There's a lot of things going on out there, with as far as people committing crimes, and there's a lot of stuff out there that if we can just make one small change, in our day-to-day in our day-to-day basis, all these notifications, on our day-to-day basis, we are going to be so much happier, and we are going to be, so much more fulfilled in our own, day-to-day life, and, we're going to feel so much satisfied at the end of our day. So, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about with that thing, and, with the appreciation on that side. The second thing to talk about is kind of an unrelated topic, but is also really important. As someone that has mental health issues, first of all, I want to get rid of saying mental illness, because that is really what is holding on with the whole, stigma issue. So if we, say, mental health instead of mental illness, I think that would really help us break the whole mental thing. And I really only have just one thing to say on that. Um, even for those that are not suffering from, mental health issues, and even for those who are not suffering from, depression or anything else like that, it is still super important for us to take a mental health day. Whether regardless of, being surrounded by a loved one, regardless of whether it's being surrounded by good energy, regardless of whether we just need to take a time or a day by ourselves just to recharge our batteries. We need all the, we just need to take, either whether it be one day a week, one day a month, excuse me, um, and we just need to take time to just recharge ourselves and just do what we need to do to, for mental health. Because even the happiest of people, even the, most outgoing person can get worn out. And it has nothing to do with mental illness. It has nothing to do, it has to do with being overworked. And it has to do with um, doing too much and spreading yourself too thin. And I'm also speaking from personal experience. I'm not, and it's just from getting insanely busy. Thank you, Callan. And it's getting, and it's just, I'm not saying that it happens overnight. I'm just saying that it's important to take, a mental health day, regardless, of that means to yourself. It has a has a different definition for everybody. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. Um, I hope that whoever watches this takes something from this video. Um, if you did find value in this video, please share. I hope to be an inspiration. That's what I'm here for. I'm not trying to cause any problems. I'm not trying to cause any, sort of agitation to anybody. So, thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you guys for watching. If you guys, sorry, just lost my train of thought. Tell your loved ones how much they mean to you. Tomorrow is not promised. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thanks for watching.